supposed to be recording for Darnell, so start recording for Darnell. And so now, because this guy's locked, he is going to be able to withstand my doing this, and then at the end of the period, I can either erase it like this, or I can make my little marks all over the place, and I do this here, and this here, and this over here. And then when I'm done at the end, I just start with my finger down here, and go up here, and hit the delete key, or I can take any one of these boxes and do a delete, and not have a clean screen.
And if it's a computer, you would just do the highlighting.
Yeah. It's touch screen. You do the same thing with the mouse.
Okay, got it.
It's just easier with the touch screen when you're doing writing and stuff than it would be with your mouse.
Got it.
And if you get good enough with the tablet, you can do it that way too.
Okay.
And then you're drawing instead of trying to manipulate the mouse. It winds up getting all jagged. It's not looking so good. Yes?
So can I, without having a SmartBoard, can I write like you have on there or enter somewhere without the SmartBoard? So
You just
how
have
would I
to
use
It's
it?
just your software.
You use the mouse as the pen instead.
Oh, okay.
Or you use the tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can set. I've found that I want to set this up ahead of time, and work with it that way. Now let's go back here. Some of you aren't going to be up on this.
Real quick, the 1, 2, 3,
sure.
4, 5, 6, 7, you have that as that, and then you can plug in whatever you need on your, right there.
Oh yeah, any number you want. It doesn't matter.
Got it.
Because, okay, let's see. Have I got this set up as a question? Yes, it is. Okay, now watch this. This is fun. Start the question. Okay, now I've just started a question. Okay, would you all tell me, or put in a number that represents a tertiary alcohol? Any number you like. This is fun. You are good at this. This is called an instant question. You just have one question, and that's the end. Now, just 1 second. Now, watch this. See this goes auto hide here? Watch this. You notice you can't see this area? Automatically reformats the screen. Nice. And now you touch over here, and it doesn't go away. And guess what? I can see that Madeline has not answered the question. So we're waiting.
It says question set 3. Why does it say question set 3?
Doesn't matter what the question says.
Third question. Maybe.
Doesn't matter. Don't worry about that.
No,
Just
it's
kidding.
not
There's
worried
only
about
one question.
that. I use these all the time.
Oh, well, there's only one question. You don't use it in this mode, probably. Yeah. So, not to worry. That won't matter. And now, of course, the beauty is, I stopped the question, and now we can talk about it. Right? And let's see. Number 1. Is that indeed a tertiary alcohol? Very good. Everybody who answered that, you got it right. That is a tertiary alcohol. And number 7. No. Whoever answered number 7, that is a secondary alcohol. Now let's talk about how we can. This is the beauty. I am doing a lecture, but I'm not lecturing. I'm saying, here's what you did. This is how we can fix it. Now, if you were the one that answered 7, can you figure out what you did? Why you called that a tertiary alcohol? Because it had only 2 carbons hooked up to it, and when we hook a 3rd one up, that makes it a tertiary alcohol. Or, if we took this guy over here, this is the thing I really love. In organic chemistry, this is especially nice. Now I put my hydroxyl here, and it gives it a new name, by the way, because this would have a different name than this would. And now, what do I have? Let's just review a little bit. What is this alcohol now? Primary, absolutely. So this is a primary. Now what is it? You see what I'm doing? What is it now? Secondary. And now it is tertiary.
So it becomes an interactive.
Oh my, yes. And number 5, is number 5 tertiary? It definitely is. And is number 3? No, number 3 had the same problem that we have here. We saw these guys. You see that 3 things are hooked up to them. Maybe what you were looking at was, you see, and now I'm second guessing my students what you might have done wrong. I'm saying, maybe you were looking this as one of the 3. This is never one of the 3. How would I ever have a chance to correct that misconception if I were not doing this and getting these immediate responses like this? That's true. I'll tell you, the kids get excited. They really get excited. They love this. And you see now here, I think you might have had the same problem thinking that this was one of the 3, and what we really needed to make that a tertiary was to add another carbon. By the time you're done doing that a few times, people would just say, oh yeah, I got it. No problem, I understand. Well, how would you explain that in a lecture?
You wouldn't even know.
You go down in flames. You go down in flames. Oh yeah. Here. Oh, no. Why don't you come up and do this? You raise the board. Who wants to do it? Come on. Give it a shot.
You can either use this or you can.
No, yeah, do it that way. That's okay. Now, what you did is you just advanced the slide, so take the slide back one.
This way?
To the left, I think. Yeah. There you go.
So can you just?
Yeah,
use your
what
finger?
you want to do is pick a corner.
Okay.
When you go forward, when you go out from there, you're going to catch everything that's written on the screen.
Okay.
That's it. And then when it all lights up, you know you got it all, hit one of those little down buttons. And then hit delete. All gone. Isn't that cool?
First time touching SmartBoard.
It is. It's fun. And the kids have the same experience. They get excited about it. This draws them in. The more you can get the kids to do the responses and the writing and the everything else, the more exciting it becomes for them. Okay, here we go. Whose carbon? Oh, okay. How many carbons along this chain? Now, I don't think I want to do that. No, that's too much. But you know, if you've been away from chemistry, that won't make a lot of sense to you. But what I have here now, I can start the question, and I can say, and why don't you just answer? Just pick anything, A, B, C, or D. How many carbons in the longest chain? Just take a guess.
The A is a number.
Yeah, that means the longest chain starts at A, B, C, or D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Longest chain would start at A, B, C, or D.
All right. We're supposed to.
Now, you got it. No.
You got it.
Oh, no. That's all right. Nobody knows whose name you have.
Now, if you're a student, you realize you pushed in A, but you thought it's B. How
Okay.
can you fix it?
As long as you haven't hit the enter key, as long as you haven't submitted it, you can just
Okay,
delete
but
it
once
and then
submitted.
put it back in.
Okay,
Yeah.
once submitted.
Once submitted, you're dead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think.
I think it's once you push finish. If you push finish, you're done. But as long
Yeah,
as
you
don't
have to
push
click finish. Oh, yeah, before you
could
click
go
finish.
back.
That's right. I keep forgetting about that.
You can go back and change it.
Okay, so we've got everybody in, and now we see great disparity in the answers, which is what I would expect. And so what I would do at this point in time is just tell you why one or another letter would be the correct letter, and then we would go back and talk about how to figure out the longest chain. How do we figure the longest chain? And I would have now a student come up. Mrs. Tedderson is going to come up and draw a circle around the longest chain. Yeah, any color you want. Isn't that fun? Oh, yeah, you did it. Yes, good girl. Okay, and so the student has drawn the longest chain, and now we're ready to talk about what makes the longest chain for the people that didn't get it. And then I can ask another question. Okay, who's carbon number 1? So I would go ahead and go to properties. I'm sorry? because I don't have it enabled. Oh, there is no answer.
Yeah.
These are on-the-fly questions.
Okay.
See, you just load up as one question only type test. So
Can you
each
show
slide is its own little test.
Do you show the kids the bar chart or no?
Oh, absolutely. That's the biggest learning
Because
part.
he tells them the right answer.
Because now we can talk about why does D work? Why does A work? And under what circumstances could D work? And now you see they just committed themselves. They put a little bit of skin in the game by committing to an answer. And because they committed to an answer, when I talk about D, they're listening. If they answer D, they're listening. Oh yeah, you bet they're listening. And I could go through each one and tell why that one does work and that one doesn't work. And it's so much better than just saying, okay, the longest chain. Longest chain, you have to count from every single endpoint, and you have to count all the different directions, blah, 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 blah. And you think, yeah, okay, you got it? Ask the question, you find out, no, they don't have it. Got to reteach it. Yeah.
One thing nice about this is that, you know, the green is always the right answer. Green
Oh,
is-
yeah.
So you have to kind of listen, pay attention to figure out, well, what is the right answer?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
See if you got it right.
Yeah. So you don't know if you got it right. You got to remember what you answered.
They have to listen to you.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's cool. It's really cool. So anyway, that's that, and then you see I can go to my carbon 1 type deal, and I think that's the only 2 questions I had on here. But I can modify and answer have the question in all kinds of different ways. See, I can come up here and I can say, okay, I'm going to do it in a different color. You can see some stuff that I'm adding to the question. Okay, now when we put these carbons here, how does that change the name of this molecule? Let's see. Oh, that's a, what would we call that as a substituent? Okay, and so we have all kinds of names and stuff for substituents. But the point is, you can do anything you want with this guy. And yeah, I'm not going to do it. Who wants to erase me? Come on. Yeah. Erase. Go ahead and erase that.
Pick a point.
Yeah, just pick a point that's above or below, or there you go. As long as you include it, there you go. You got it.
And
You're done. Sweet. Yep. And now I'm ready for second period. Or third period, whatever's coming next. Okay. And I can do this all day long. I can ask one question after another. I could probably ask 10 questions on the same slide. And all I have to do to get it going is start the question, and now I can ask another question. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I think you could probably do this with bio as well. I don't see why not.
many times, like with
Okay.
graphs and things like that.
There we go. Now, come on up and ask a question. Final question. Any question you want. Right question. And start the here. But you can have true, false, instant, yes, no, A, B, C, D, instant number. A number is where they have to put in a number on their own, and there's no correct answer. We'll get a pie chart.
Okay,
So.
I'm gonna do,
You want an A, B, C, D, or a true, false? That's the easiest ones to do.
I'll do a true, false.
Okay, great.
True, false.
So let's put it on this page. There you go. All right. Now, what do you want the question to be? Any
So,
question you want?
and I don't have to write it down. I can
And
say.
do something from your last reviews that you worked with recently.
Okay, well, today,
I love the posture.
well, it would have been a multiple choice, actually, that's what we did. We did a whole bunch of multiple choice ones.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so stop the question and go to another, just go to the right. Here, in the bottom right, do the right arrow. Just start another page. No biggie.
Oh, okay.
You have all the pages you want.
I'm gonna say instant.
Oh, that comes up automatically when you're, yeah. Okay, and now stop the question. Oh, no, you can go ahead and, no, stop the question. Because you're doing this ahead of time now. Okay, so you're kind of thinking about what you want to do. What's your question going to be?
Okay, I'm gonna say
Which of the following,
Do you want to do that orally, or do you want to have it on the screen?
I'll just say it out loud.
Okay.
Which of the following would prevent cardiovascular disease?
Okay, write your ABCs.
I have to write it in
Yeah.
with this?
Yeah, because they won't remember.
I use this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Any
Okay.
color you want.
I just don't want to like write off the board.
Isn't this fun?
Okay, so is it low fat diet? Is it exercise?
What was the question, teacher? After you get that about 5 times, you write it up there. You guys understand the power of this thing? You can have all the paper you want here. And if you find something that works in the first period, you can reuse it. It's there for you. Just do the same thing that we were doing with erase and tap lock, and you've got your background. Now you can modify it any way you want.
Low fat diet.
Period
Exercise.
after period after period. It just sits there waiting for you. It's gorgeous.
Maintaining a healthy weight.
So, like when we have that aha moment, like this one, work, lock it,
Man.
and becomes a permanent slide, and then you can write on that slide. So even though she's writing, this becomes a slide, and then she can write on top of that and erase what's on top. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay, now go ahead and start the question. So you hit the little, that's it, and there you go. Start it, Now, click off the auto hide.
At the bottom.
No, not that.
Oh, this
Auto
one.
hide, yeah.
There you go. And you still want to show that. And the reason you did that was to get this formatted so you can see it and still show who's answering and doing that.
Okay.
I like to be able to do that. And the kids will prompt ones who are not doing it.
That's
Great. Okay, now go ahead and teach us.
Is
Stop
it
the
A?
question.
Do you think that keeping a low fat diet?
No, wait a minute.
You can
Use the power of this thing. Stop the question.
Okay.
Now, there's your chart.
Oh, everybody got it.
Wow, that's great. See? You don't get that very often.
Not even in biology.
But now, how would she lock this? So she can use it again?
Okay, now, and go on up and bracket the whole thing. Or highlight the whole thing. Start in the lower right corner. There you go. Okay. Now,
I see.
touch any of the little down arrows.
What am I trying to do to it now?
Lock it.
You're going to lock everything.
Oh, okay.
Any one of the little down arrows. They're in the top right of each little box.
Yeah. Anyone.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Now, locking and lock. Now,
So now.
right over it.
Okay.
Okay. And there you go. Now, go ahead and erase. No. Do it the easy way. Do it the easy way. Put your eraser down.
Same way you
Put
lock
down
it.
your pen. Now, go ahead and highlight by selecting.
The whole thing?
Select the whole thing, just so you get all the little pieces.
Okay.
Now, delete.
I don't think that worked right.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Oh,
Down
okay.
arrow.
And then delete.
Tap the top right little thing, the little arrow. Yeah, there you go. And delete. Okay.
Okay.
Now you see you got everything you need. If this is a good slide and it works for you, you save it, you use it, and that's part of your lesson for the rest of the day. And when you get a little bit older and you're having trouble with your memory, it prompts you so that you can not forget. Because you've got the stuff that is making sense to you. And you know that this works, so you save it, you got it, it's there. Ba-ba. Happy days. And I'm saving my stuff in folders by chapter. That's what I started doing toward the end of the year when I finally realized how critically wonderful this is. And I save all this, and I'll show you how I save it. I have a directory in my, oh, it's not here. Okay. In my documents, I have this chem folder, and now what I do is I have this, I call it SmartBoard activities. I have another smart thing up here that I call assessment on the SmartBoard. And that's where I have the CST stuff and any little things that I want to do for assessments on the SmartBoard. And I'll tell you, some of the activities you can get on this are absolutely amazing. Let's see. These are assessments. No, I just got to thinking about a wonderful little activity that I did toward the beginning of the year. This is something that I got right off of the exchange. And let's see. I don't know if this is the one. It has a wonderful little song in it. I think it was one in the end.
Finding anything for organic, because I looked and I didn't really find anything.
There's a little bit of stuff. Not real exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes there is some.
Organic chemistry.
Organic.
There are a few good things. Yeah, I can show them to you afterwards. Well, come on. Sometimes smart notebooks take forever to open. They're just slow openers.
So you'd have to open everything and then leave it open for the day?
No, don't have to. But this little guy, when you first get started on it, will take you to right into a quiz. And after the quiz, what's going on? Then they have Rutherford's experiment here, and talk about this is a fill in the blank type thing. And what I would do on something like this is I'd have the kids come up, and I'd have them drag and drop into their appropriate places. And then it's very interesting when the kids commit themselves on the SmartBoard, they really are bought in. I mean, they're part of it, you know, and they're not going to sleep on you. The most exciting thing that I've had in using the SmartBoard and this software, although it's a long learning curve, I've just found that the engagement of the students is beyond belief. Just, you don't have kids falling asleep. I was looking for a file that I'd found that, again, was on the exchange, and I think this might be it. So, that's a Word document. Yeah, the one with the song. I think this is it. Let's see. No, that wasn't it. Doggone it.
After this one, Les, let's
Yeah.
have Shawna.
Yeah.
She, when we were doing the bio stuff, she shared some things.
Good. Yeah, I want to see what she did.
Yeah.
Good.
Flashcards.
This is no Cupid doll in this one. It's an okay file. I wish I could find it. Shawna, you want to bring your computer up and just plug in? Sure. Do you want to use the responders at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem at all. Oops. Okay. Do you need anything online? Okay.
Which one is this one?
This guy. There we go. Okay.
Oh, wait, I will need internet to show you quiz.
No problem.
Oh, it's already connected.
Oh, wireless? Okay. No problem. the smart notebook files are really slow openers.
Really quickly, in the middle of my lecture, this is how I do checks for understanding. Multiple choice. You can edit however many questions you have in there. You edit each individual question. You can have it say, well done, try again, or just a check with an X. And then I roll the dice to see which group gets to answer and which person in the group answers, and they get to pick one. If they get it wrong, go to the next one, and they get to pick one. And you keep going until they get it right.
And they actually come upon their desk.
Depends on my mood.
Of course.
Now, instead of having the responder, the program will show what's right or